The old rebel government was unable to provide the prisoners with adequate housing, food, clothing, medical care. Due to the terrible conditions, prisoners suffered greatly, and a high mortality rate ensued.
Or mortality.
Right. The branch of the Sweetwater Creek, called Stockade Branch, flowed through the prison yard and was the only source of water for most of the prison.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
How clean is that?
Right.
Robert Kellogg, Sergeant Major in the 16th Regiment Connecticut Volunteers, he described his entry as a prisoner into the camp May 2nd, 1864. As we entered the place, a spectacle met our eyes that almost froze our blood with horror and made our hearts fail within us. For us were forms that had once been active and erect, stalwart men, now nothing but mere walking skeletons, covered with filth and vermin.
Jeez.
Many of our men, in the heat and the intensity of their feeling, exclaimed with earnestness, "Can this be hell?
It can.
God protect us." And all thought that he alone could bring them out alive from so terrible a place. In the center of the whole was a swamp, occupying about 3 or 4 acres of the narrowed limits, and a part of this marshy place had been used by the prisoners as a sink. And excrement covered the ground, the scent arising from which was suffocating. The ground allotted to our 90 was near the edge of this plague spot, and how we were to live through the warm summer weather in the midst of such fearful surroundings was more than we cared to think of just then. During the war, 45,000 prisoners were received at Andersonville. Of these, nearly 13,000 died. The nature and causes of deaths are a source of controversy among historians.
We know what it was.
Some contend that the deaths resulted from Confederate policy and were war crimes against Union prisoners, while others state that they resulted from disease promoted by severe overcrowding. I mean, both things can be true.
It was just
The widespread food shortage in the Confederate states altogether, the prison officials' incompetence, and the breakdown of the prisoner exchange system.
I mean, these guys could barely start up a country and barely fight this war, let alone take care of prisoners.